स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे.
The infrastructure which comes out of the ecstatic feeling which you are carrying without hurting yourself is what we call kshetra. Understand? Kshetra is not a city. Kshetra means the whole citizens, the whole group is in ecstasy, working out of ecstasy. That is why those great temples which are built are still standing. It creates kshetra. But if you are doing the same work of creating infrastructure, see the whole thing of human beings kept in the mood of unfulfillment and constantly they are taught you are not complete is a business done by the so-called visionaries of the society to drive these guys crazy to create bigger and bigger infrastructures. That's all. Don't you see the whole fun? Either you listen to the great truths of the masters who came out of the inner world and achieve the truth, or listen to the foolish visionaries who are constantly hurting themselves and filled with irritation and ego and power game and forced everybody to feel unfulfilled or dissatisfied so that they will be constantly running to work and create more and more bigger and bigger infrastructure with which they can satisfy or fulfill and show their ego as a strong. I'm breaking the whole pot. I'm breaking the whole truth. Understand, that is the source from which constantly you are fed the idea that you are not complete. You are not full. You are not as you are supposed to be. And you are not total. These ideas are taught to you so that you will be constantly made to run, to create bigger and bigger infrastructures. Beautiful definition of kshetra. Kshetra means the cities developed by the Vedic masters. That is why in India we took care, never the leadership was given to a king who is egoistic and constantly mad after expansion of infrastructure. It was all policy decisions was always under an enlightened master, Rajaguru. All policy decisions was under Rajaguru, enlightened master, because he knows how to plan and he was constantly taking care. Only the fulfillment was expressing. Here, Mahadeva says, as you see many suns in water, from one sun, so see bondage and liberation. So many suns are seen in the water. When you look at the root, you will see only one sun. The source is one. Clearly understand, bondage and the liberation, both words are just relative. They are only relative. They are not ultimate truth. If you think you are in bondage, you need to be taught you are liberated. There is a beautiful example you need to understand. One guy who was standing in the corner of the room, facing the corner, two walls in front of him, corner, he is facing the corner. Suddenly he got into the idea, he is in prison, he is caught. He is hitting this wall, he is hitting that wall, I am bound, I am in prison, save me, God save me, oh Guru save me, oh this save me, oh that save me, release me, liberate me. Master, all he does is, from the behind, shouts, "Fool, turn." The moment he turns, suddenly he realizes, third side there was no wall. Third side, there was no wall. And he tries to escape. He tries to run. "God, I am free, let me run and escape." Master says, "Fool, relax. You have never been in bondage. Why are you trying to escape? Run. Look around." Then he realizes, not only third side there was no wall, there was no gate anywhere. It was just two small walls meeting in one corner. He himself voluntarily went and started fighting with that walls. Neither the walls bound him, nor they invited him. He went and started fighting with the walls and started thinking, believing he is bound. He is in bondage. Understand, bondage and liberation are relative. They are only two words, relative words. There are so many beautiful truths, revelations can happen in you when this idea awakens the non-mechanical parts of your brain. Understand, one more important example. I always love to tell this story, this example. You are always afraid of unclutching or remembering that you are liberated. You wanted a clear mental setup so that your moral standard and life standard, internal and external lives will be same, smooth, as you think, what you think as order. No. In Indian villages I have seen, they will catch these monkeys if they enter into the city and leave them back in the forest. They have to catch them without poisoning them. So they will keep a small pipe inside which their hands can go. They will keep that pipe, and the other side they will keep a small sweet. This monkey will put the hand in the pipe and catch that sweet. After it catches the sweet, it will try to take the hands out, it will not come out. It will try its best to take the hand out. This fool does not understand, if he lets go the sweet, hands will come out. He will not let go the sweet. He will not leave the sweet. He will be holding on to that sweet or that item, the fruit, and he will be trying to take the hand out. Just because of his own closed hands, he will not be able to take his hands out of the net. And this fellow will be playing and pushing and pulling like this for hours. And that guy who put the net, the hunter, will slowly come and catch the monkey and put in the cage and take it away. We don't understand. Just if you leave the hand, your hands can just come out, come off. There is nobody who is binding. There is nobody who is putting you in bondage. Another one important story, wonderful story. I have seen in Indian forests, hunters catching birds. They will catch the birds. There will be one small stick hanging in a rope. The stick will be very balanced, just like this, equal, this side and that side, the same weight and length the stick will be. Like, there will be rope like this tied, and the stick will be hanging. When birds come, they'll try to sit one side. The moment they sit one side, suddenly the stick will become topsy-turvy, upside down, because of one side weight. It will become just upside down. It will just become topsy-turvy. Understand, the moment the stick has become upside down, the bird which is holding will completely get imbalanced and shaken. Now this guy starts thinking, if I leave, I'll fall and break my head and die. If I let go the stick now, I'll fall and break my head and die. He will be just hanging, trying to flutter his wings, trying to shake, trying to move, trying to bring that stick to balance, trying to straighten that stick. No. Nothing will happen. Never it will happen. All our practice, trying to create silence and balance through wealth, or peace and balance through some other practice, everything is equal to the trials and the things which this bird is trying to do. Fluttering the wing, balancing. The fluttering the wing can be having more cars and houses. Trying to balance the stick can be more like some japa or meditation or some spiritual practice, some techniques. Trying its best, nothing will happen. This guy will be hanging. Slowly, that hunter will come and catch the bird very slowly and put it in the cage and go. All you need to understand is you are never in bondage. You will never fall and die. Just let go. If the bird just opens, it can fly. It can just fly. The hunter is death. Till death comes, you are hanging, swinging, trying to balance the stick. All your fluttering, you always think, if I let go and become so easy, I may die, means I may fall and break my head, means I may lose my wealth, I may lose my mind, I may lose my balanced life, I may lose this, I may lose that. No. There is no history anytime a bird falling and dying. Same way, there will never be a history. If you relax from all the things you are holding, you will lose your wealth or health or life or miss anything. You won't miss anything. Whatever you have. At the most, when that bird lets go that stick, it takes 2-3 seconds for the bird to balance and start flying. At the most, you may need 2-3 months to balance and start flying. That 2-3 months, having the patience and balancing is what I call tapas. That is what I call tapas. Living enlightenment. Understand, we are all hanging. Just open up. Let go. Whatever you are holding in your mind as bondage and whatever thought you think as bondage, whatever you think is associated with bondage or suffering, as you think, let go. Let go. You may think, I may have to let go my job. Don't bother. Let go. You will never miss your wealth. The moment you are balanced, you will start working out of your creativity. You will start expressing out of your strength. You will start expressing out of your joy. It is not that the person who is flying is not working. No. Paramahamsas are not lazy. They express the honest freedom and creativity. Having the trust that you can express that creativity and strength is what I call bhakti. You need only Atma Bhakti. Means having the trust towards yourself that you can also express that creativity. You can also express that freedom. That is bhakti. And opening, letting go the stick is tyaga, and balancing and flying is courage. That's all need to happen in our system. Anything, if you feel there is nothing really I am holding on, then wonderful, listen to these words, it will go deep and do the work of awakening the non-mechanical parts of your brain. If you're still able to find out you are holding on to something, then relax. If you are holding on to something, relax. If you have nothing to hold on, then imbibe, listen to these words, let the process happen. Understand, all you need to do is just let go and fly. You will be a Paramahamsa. Thank you.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्